Well, I think it's fair to say Samsung now faces technological, reputational and corporate challenges. So what does it do next? James Cook is the technology editor at Business Insider UK. I don't think we're going to see another re-engineering of this particular device, are we?
I think the Note 7 is truly dead and buried by this point. And Samsung tried, they did the recall, they tried to make it stick, but it just didn't happen in the end for them at all.
What do you think went wrong? Clearly, we don't know all the details, but how could such a big advanced company have got it so badly wrong?
So we do know a little bit about the product. So we know that they were rushing to get it out ahead of the iPhone 7, which came out a week after they announced the Note 7. So they were really trying to get it out ahead of time, and maybe they didn't do as much testing as they could. We don't know exactly what went wrong. Something to do with the battery or design of it. Initially, they blamed the suppliers who actually make the battery components. They said, we've changed suppliers, it should be fine now. And then, of course, they started blowing up again. So maybe it wasn't the suppliers that were to blame.
They're trying to get a lot more out of their battery. Do you think we're reaching the limits of lithium battery technology?
Absolutely. We're getting to a point now where consumers are complaining again and again about battery life on their smartphones, whether that's Samsung, Android phones, whether that's iPhones, whatever. So companies are pushing them more and more, and Samsung has always had it as a real marketing point. Especially for the Note 7, they said it will charge extra fast and you'll get extra battery from it. So we're going to have to look to alternative types of batteries, solid-state batteries, which are still a few years off, but hopefully they'll be a little bit safer.
Yeah, I talked to a professor an hour ago who looks at battery technology, and he was saying it could be as much as 5 years before you get the solid-state battery you'd need.
Absolutely. They don't want to rush them out too soon because, as we've seen, you can get some pretty big issues.
Now, staying rather quiet now, and understandably so, is Apple, because they're presumably rather benefiting from this.
There is a benefit to Apple. I don't think it's a huge one for them. I mean, their stock's slightly up to date, but I think it's best for Apple to sit this one out, gain a few customers from Samsung for it. Of course, people trading in the Note 7 can swap it for another phone. I'm sure some people will choose the iPhone 7. But a company that really stands to benefit from this is Google, which launched its Pixel Android smartphone just the other week.
And when we talk about reputational damage, this is the big problem for Samsung, isn't it? It doesn't want to lose the edge in terms of it has the newest, smartest, flashiest product.
Absolutely. So the Galaxy Note 7, it's that Galaxy brand name, which is also their flagship brand name for smartphones. So now when people hear Samsung, when they hear Samsung Galaxy, they're going to remember the Note 7, the recalls, the explosions. They need to move on from this very quickly and launch a phone which doesn't blow up.
I think you've had the final word there, and we'll move on. But James, thank you very much for joining us here in the Impact Studio. To keep up to date with this story, you can also go to our website, bbc.com/news. Among all the coverage there, we have a timeline of the Samsung saga, from the fanfare at the launch in August to the total halt in production that was announced today.